What's up, everyone? It's vs. Dragobar, and now it's time for some more League of Legends. In this episode, we are going to be covering some Orianna mid lane. This was one of the matches I had where Veigar was banned, so when Veigar's banned, I have to pick someone else. Now, you may ask, but Vaporsmith, how is Orianna even is she meta? It's like, here's the thing. I don't really care about the meta right now. The meta has been changing so much that at this point I can only regard part of it because I just don't really want to mess with it anymore because like I can mess with it and I'm doing it. It's just it takes so much time messing with it. The stupid meta. That's it's like the next day. It's like first, oh yeah, this champion's so useful. No, don't even bother with it. Like it's just I just gonna stick with what my original plan was because I just can't. I don't want to have to try to adapt that quick in this game because there's some champions I can't play well that are meta right now. Anyway, so we're going to be doing Orianna versus Annie. Now, you may ask, how does Orianna win over Annie? Well, Orianna is stronger than she appears. Orianna has a reasonably decent kit, and it isn't overly difficult to use. Now, there are some champions that are quite difficult to use, for me at least. I mean, I could get used to doing Yasuo, but that would involve me doing a lot of matches and potentially a lot of feeding and a lot of pain. And I don't really want to have to pick champions that I know I'm going to feed on, so that's why I'm not going to do Yasuo. There's some other champions I know that I am not very good at and have very low win rates on. So I'm not going to try to intentionally do champions that I have low win rates on. Because see, that's what the meta is doing. The meta is basically shifting champions intentionally that I have low win rates on. Except for one difference. Because, you see, I'm not a very good AD carry. The fact that it's shifting away from AD carry is the only part of the meta that benefits me. That's it. The current meta. I don't know what the meta is going to be in the next 5 minutes. It could change. That's why I freaking hate the meta. Alright, so I'm going to farm up. I'm going to just talk about what I'm going to do. I'm also going to talk about my story at some point. So, basically, I'm going to try to last hit these the minions. And as we last hit the minions, the meta could be changing. We never freaking know what the hell they're up to. Okay, so I'm going to be last hitting these minions. I got stunned by Annie's Q. Now, while Annie has high burst, Orianna, at least in the current situation, or at least as far as I'm aware, has decent burst, okay? Granted, no one plays Orianna anymore because they're all focused on everything else, but yes. Like, even if I'm the last person on Earth to play Orianna, so be it. So, I'm going to kill these minions, and I'm going to poke her with my Q. Orianna's Q does a lot of damage, and the damage increases over time when you build ability power. Now, granted, someone's probably going to say, oh, you know what? Ability power Orianna is no longer a thing. Now you must build attack damage Orianna, and build crit on Orianna, and build a static shiv, an infinity edge, and the new item, Storm Razor, because it's meta. Well, anyway, as of the time of recording this, Storm Razor Orianna is not meta. So I'm going to go ward that bush. I don't know, maybe warding has also gone out of the meta, and now warding is not useful. I'm going to be poking them with this Q. Gnar has managed to kill Warwick, but he also died. My team is feeding. And I know that maybe the meta has shifted to where feeding is a good thing, but as far as I know, feeding is not good. Especially because we don't have Ziggs and Heimerdinger. There's a strat with Ziggs and Heimerdinger that they don't care about anything except taking towers. They can get some kills, but they don't care if they die as long as they get the tower. So, unless we're doing that strat, feeding is not good. So I'm going to be poking them with the Q, continuously getting the CS. I still don't know if Veigar is currently meta. Like, he might not be, but I don't really care because I'm good at Veigar. In this particular situation, he was banned. I've been getting into other champions, too. I have been working on Anivia recently. I did a successful Anivia match. I'm going to be posting that soon, recording and posting that soon. I did successful... Oh, Warwick is after me. So I'm going to be trying to do some damage, poke, and like trying to use my dissonance and auto attacks. Gonna ignite, and as she tries to dive under the tower with the tower shot, I get a double kill. Going to be trying to get these CS here. Weirdly, although there's a strat for the weird boosting strat thing, it has not filtered its way into my games yet. So, like this is pre-boosting strats. This was recorded before the Master Yi Taric and Nunu Karthus swept the nation. Granted, I did do some Karthus recently. It was no Nunu involved, though. I did help our Kaisa. We had an elite Kaisa recently. And I helped carry the game and used my ultimate and stuff. I went 4-4 and 13 that game. But this game is different than that Karthus game. That Karthus game was more, I'm kind of a semi-esque support, if you will. I did have a lot of farm, though. So I was technically a mid laner. Like, I was in mid lane. Like, I wasn't bot lane, but yeah. I mean, although we had a Kaisa bot lane, the Kaisa was very important for our success because the rest of our team was really, really bad. I'm gonna be showing Nasus. Nasus is another really good one. If you want to, I don't know, he works where I'm at. Like, I have no idea what works outside of. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know about what happens in silver. All right, I can't inform you. I can only inform you about what happens in various shades of bronze. That's the most ominous thing about the new meta. I can only tell you what happens in low rating at the moment. However, I have gotten all new information about climbing and doing better that will allow me to climb. Now, my last two ranked matches, I did lose them, but I did not have bad KDAs, either one. I had 8 kills, 5 deaths for the Talon one, and 6 kills, 5 deaths for the Brand one. But I did not use the new information that I know that would allow me to win those games. Like, I had okay farm, but it wasn't quite the best possible farm, like not the most optimal farm. And then, of course, there was the problem of my team doing really badly and not figuring out how I can use the pressure I had to get anywhere whatsoever. They also had a Fed Zed. Our team was very unconventional, and we had some... Like, the Talon match, we had a 1-in-15 Urgot who fed the living shit out of a Yasuo. We didn't know what to do with him. So there, I poked him down with my Q there. And then the other one, we had a 4-in-10 Cho'Gath and a 4-in-10 Nasus that were throwing the game, and everyone was dying. Our only good teammate was our 9-in-7 Kled. And it was Kled AD carry, by the way. So I'm going to be poking that lane. I'm going to be trying to deny them of some treasure. Now, you can already see the problem here. with my own behavior and why this game ends up lasting for an age. The reason that this game ends up lasting for an age is quite simple, but I did not realize it at the time. Every time you kill someone, every time you push the wave to tower, you got to attack the tower. You can't just focus on the fact that you're being camped or whatever. You have to focus the structures. Because both of those other games that I lost in ranked, the main reason why we ended up losing them is I did not focus the structures hard enough. In fact, focusing structures is so important in my rating that I am going to bring demolish on resolve and demolish at least the secondary tree on every champion, because the demolish will allow us to take structures and potentially end the game before my team finds a way to throw the game into the trash bin and make it impossible to win. Or as an alternative, I have to try to figure it out even when, okay, I get Tibbers here. I get some harass. I try to use my protect. I should have just tried to get her Tibbers on someone else. I recall here, but Warwick comes. He ults. He misses his ult. I miss my shockwave, and I do hit him a lot. He tries to flash, and he dies. I do ignite him. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Maokai is messing with Mundo, and Mundo finally kills Maokai. Here we have a Kalista Janna bot lane with a Caitlyn Nami. And by all accounts, they lose that lane. So yeah, I have some more kills. I did die, but I got a kill, so that's worth for me. Because Orianna can snowball when she gets items and kills. And this can be very useful. So, granted, there are some things that work against Orianna. One of them is Ziggs, but again, Ziggs is not in this game. That, and I think I could kill an incompetent Ziggs, because most of the time when I meet a Ziggs, oh wow, our jungler got executed. They're usually very bad at Ziggs. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, bad to the point where I can basically destroy them for free. In fact, I have a video of me destroying a Ziggs for free. That's because I'm in the low rating, boys. Low rating. That's why Ziggs. Because I'm now realizing some of the things. Oh yeah, recently I got back into Ahri. I'm good at Ahri again. It took quite a while and quite a few losses before I could finally get out of the rust of Ahri and try to figure her out better, like all of her mix-ups. Yeah, one of the big things that works against Ziggs is Fizz. So if you're having trouble with the Ziggs, just pick Fizz. He will screw up that thing so hard. Warwick is going to come after me. I'm going to get some stuff on that. She's going for the Tibbers combo. I'm going to go for my Shockwave. And unfortunately die. I am getting camped, as you can clearly see here. But Annie is very low. I will be getting more AP. She did get an assist for that. What else is happening? So yeah, my story, which is a lot more in control than this out-of-control league environment is currently. In my story, I've decided to evolve both the name and some of the elements of my story. So its current name that I'm creating for it is Sithandra and the Deadliest Scythe. This kind of, I mean, this definitely, not kind of, what am I saying? This definitely is both a snazzy name to it, and it helps show what the story's about. So basically, in this story, there's a war between 3 different races. You might have heard this before, but I will say it again. Anyway, so the war between 3 different races: the Master Leviathans, the Demons, and the Scythans. The demons are the weakest of the 3 races. The Master Leviathans are an extremely sinister race that is planning to destroy the world, and the Scythans are somewhere in between. They're very powerful, they're very evil, but they do want to preserve the world. And so, what happens in the beginning of the story is, see, after after um, after Vincent dies in the 3rd book, and the Master Leviathans rise to power. See, Sathandra was special because she was one of the chosen of Vincent. She managed to make it past all these people, all these creatures that hate women, and she managed to ascend. And she's planning on taking Vincent's place. Sathandra is reasonably intelligent, but loves a lot of power, and she is with some other associates. Anyway, let's get back to the gameplay. I will talk about my story more. In fact, I'll read it to you guys after this. So, like, after this video, I'll probably post another video about it. I should, because my story is very interesting, and as a bonus, it is not impacted by League of Legends meta. Yay! Something not impacted by that. So here I try to go Shockwave into Orb, and I almost kill Annie, but Annie manages to escape with her life, which I am not happy with. Janna comes to try to kill me. I get my orb on her. I try to go with the Ignite. I go push my orb back onto Annie when she tries to pursue me. Mundo comes again and kills off Janna, giving Mundo away back in the game, because you may not have noticed this, but our Mundo gets destroyed in this game. Like, he seriously dies a lot in this game. He dies a lot. Our Gnar dies a lot. Our Gnar loses lane. Our bot lane is losing. So yeah, all the lanes except me are losing. So in this video, at least this is helpful to me in the future and elsewhere. In this video, my team, all the other guys end up losing their lanes. So what can I do? Well, you see, I have a lead in mid lane. So now I can take this lead and push this lead and try to push this lead really hard, try to abuse it. The reason I need to abuse this lead is my lead is the only hope for winning this match. If I don't abuse my lead in this match, I will lose, straight up. Because none of my teammates are going to be able to do anything other than potentially peel for me. Like, I mean, not really peel. Like, okay, first off, we got to get with peeling. Like, they'll protect me, potentially. But that's about all they're going to be able to do. Protect in zone and help me execute a team fight, because they can't really do any damage because they're all really behind. I could get them ahead using my lead, and I already am, but they got really behind in the early game, and they got really behind in general. So the match mainly revolves around me. So I'm going to have to try to guard this mid lane tower, and it's going to be relatively challenging. Especially because my team is going to be filing in a lot of surrender votes, and since all chat was enabled, and I should leave that disabled, the people in the all chat tend to try to tilt your teammates, and it's often very successful. Gonna be continuing to try to farm, push this wave. Annie's got her stun up. I'm trying to harass her to see if she wants to go in on me so that I can go and full combo her and murder the Annie again. It is possible to destroy Annie, especially if the Annie does not know what she is doing. This Annie only partially knows what she's doing. And because of that, and because her CS is bad, I can take advantage of this lead and use it. So I go in, go for the shockwave, uh, and I get the kill onto Sir Ashton Hexford with my orb. The Tibbers chases me for a bit. Warwick comes in for his ultimate. I'm going to be putting my my orb in there. He's going to try to flash out. He's going to be trying to skulk around outside the tower. See, being bronze, here's the thing about being bronze, the truth about being bronze. There are as many ways to be bronze besides just feeding. The fact that people saying, you know, you're bronze because you feed, that's not entirely the case. There's other ways to be bronze. And one of them is to have bad mechanics, bad CS. There's other ways. Also, not focusing structures like properly, not informing your team properly, not coordinating properly. There's many ways to do it. So anyway, I'm going to try to be, okay, I'm going to use my shockwave, and the tower shot is going to take down Windfall, which is good. I get a kill for that. So they knew that she was going to go use Fate's Call, this Callista, to try to get pressure. Granted, it's very annoying because I should have rushed to Zonia's in retrospect. If I rushed to Zonia's in this particular game, it would have made it easier because it would allow me to survive. And while surviving, I could pressure the structures. Pressuring the structures would be able for me to win without getting as many kills as I had to get in this game. You may not know it, but I had to get a lot of kills in this game to win it. A lot of kills. So yeah, the shortcut for getting less kills and yet still winning the game is get good CS scores, pressure structures. Pressuring structures is huge. And only recently did I realize how big pressuring structures actually is. So anyway, I get my Q, my orb off into ult and dissonance combo to kill off Warwick. I'm going to be poking them really hard with some really severe damage for my Q. My Q does a lot of damage now. See, they're focusing structures pretty hard. It's hard for me to focus the structures, generally because the enemy team is focusing my lane. If they were not focusing me, like if they weren't all grouping mid and focusing me, I could easily split push and just win the game off a split push and just kill all the towers. That's part of also why Tryndamere is very good, because he has the ability to pressure these structures. Tryndamere and Ziggs and Heimerdinger. Veigar was only able to do this in kind of semi-late game, and only if he gets Demolish does it really come in. Like, he can kill them late game with his basic attacks, but it only can be optimized, in my opinion, if you bring Resolve secondary tree and bring Demolish, because Demolish right now is an extremely powerful rune, especially for finishing games semi-early. So we'll be continuing farm and do basically this kind of semi-team fight mid. Warwick is definitely going to be hunting for Mundo because he's been trying to chase Mundo. The Maokai is on a rampage. He's killed Arnar again, making him farther and farther behind, weaker and weaker. Our Mundo died again. And this is where my team also goes surrender votes. See, that's another way you can lose games. Not just not target structures, but to stop the surrender votes. Because surrender votes are devastating for winning. And there are a lot of surrender votes. Now, there are ways to prevent surrender votes, and one of them is to try to hard carry. This is one of the ways. Other ways is you have to try to coach your team. You have to try to assure them, yes, team, I can win this game. You do not need to surrender at 15. I can win. We can win. Try to give them reasons why we can win. Try to give them advice on how to stop beating. Things like that. The trouble is, I have yet to refine the art of stopping people surrendering. Until I refine that art of stopping people surrendering and trying to get the correct, um, reassurances and correct leads, I will continue to lose matches to surrender votes. They're one of the most poignant ways of losing matches is just people giving up, just surrendering over and over and over again. And oftentimes, people in my stretch of the journey in bronze, they will tell me, "Oh my God, why aren't you trying to surrender?" Surrendering is how you get a low win rate. It's how you stay in low rating forever is by surrendering. Anyway, I get an orb here. I got a shut down with my orb. Warwick manages to slay, I believe, the Elder Dragon. Yes, time passes by pretty quickly when your team is losing. I'll give you that. And also, by the way, if you think this situation is rare of my entire team completely losing the game and me having to be the only one who wins the game, you'd be wrong about that because I get a lot of bad teammates. And I mean teammates that are bad to the point where you have to be the one who wins the game, not your teammates. The most your teammates can do is sit in front of you and kill themselves while you kill the enemy. Now, I'm going to try to use my power pressure strategy, other strategies, to see how I can take advantage of every single situation I have to win. It's one thing I've noticed is, especially in higher ratings and stuff, people are able to take advantage of all the situations that they need to win. I'm going to be farming and going to be trying to get towards these guys. I'm going to try and use my Q, which is going to do absurd amounts of damage if I can just get onto this Callista. Yeah. See, I go there, put my orb there, and I kill her. I get my orb on them. See how much my Q does? And then I can shockwave. And it'll allow Mundo to kill Callista. So see, I win that team fight by playing the specific orb stuff. But now things are going to get truly amazing. This is where this is one of the things that's fun about getting a lot of kills. You'll see. I'm soon going to do something astounding with Orianna, something that defies the meta of Orianna not being played much. And yeah, if you're wondering what the pausing is, it's like, my team wants to surrender again. You can win this. Team wants to surrender once again. And then the enemy team is begging, please surrender. And it's like, no, not if I can help it. Not if I see a chance of winning. If I see a way of winning, if I see an easy way for me to carry and win, I'm not going to dunk my win rate on these in this game any lower than it needs to be. My highest win rate on a good day is 50%. So I'm not going to want to dunk it anything below 50%. And it often does dunk below 50%. So, yes. In fact, my ranked win rate is below 40% at the moment. That's why I have to boost its win rate. That's why I say 50% is good. You don't want it to dunk any lower. Surrender votes in various ways. You can lose the game. Anyway, this is... And again, the meta does try to screw up my way of winning. It does. The meta throws a great wrench into it, but there's only so far that the meta can take, because I have other ways of winning besides it. There are other ways to win. One of them is an incredible amount of determination and trying to use skill and determination to win the game, because I feel that when skill and determination are better than champion choices and will also help you if you decide to pick the champion choices that everyone likes. It triumphs. Wait, their support DC'd and reconnected. What the hell? Oh, yeah, and they take Baron. Yay. Yay, they have Baron. Yeah, there we go. Kill you. Yes, I'm legendary! And I hit a lot of found a tensai. I am legendary. I get a double kill. And they're like coming after me. They're like sending the timbers after me. I'm like, fat luck, pal. You think you could get me with that? Oh. Their Maokai's godlike. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming for you too, Maokai. You think you're safe. You think you're safe because you banned my Veigar. You think you're safe from the Orianna. Oh no, you are not safe. It's Orianna late game, and I have Void Staff, a lot of ability power. I'm rocking 15 kills plus. Going up. I get a little and I found that it up somebody out of I will defy all. I will defy the meta. I will defy the teammates and the meta. I will defy all. I will show you what it means to be a legend. I don't care if they had that dragon. I will come after them. I will find a way to carry out of the depths. I will show what it is. Legendary of Orianna and her Q and her insane ulti. I'm going to zone. I'm going to cause insane amounts of damage. I'm going to attempt to land my Q and point and click the Q directly at them and cause them to have insane amounts of trouble. I am legendary! And the shockwave! And he dies. It is time for me to defy all of them, to show the sorcerer, to show that I don't need Veigar to become a legend. Like, play that Temple of Time music. Oh, wow! The Warwick is wanting to cause hell. Well, if he does, I'm there for him. I'm going to demolish him. I will demolish you, Warwick. You think you can escape. You think you can escape. I don't care if you're meta. I don't care what you're doing. I am going to, if I have the lead, and I'm going to lock you down several centuries. Destroy you. I'm going to destroy you. I don't care what it takes. I'm going to destroy you, Warwick. If I can, if there's any way possible, I will destroy you. I don't care about teammates. I don't care about meta. It's my show now. Not the meta show, not the teammate show. My show. I decide the fate of the match. And this time, if I can, I will decide that you do not win this match. I decide that I will dictate it. Because I can. Because I know how to dictate it. And I will dictate it. And I'm going to use this strategy of dictating the course of the matches. Use it to win. I don't know. For some reason, looking back at this Orianna match is inspiring to me because it shows to me truly more than ever before that I can dictate the destiny of where I'm going in this game and elsewhere. I can dictate it. Look at the Q. I'm legendary. And Tibbers doesn't even have a chance. Nami lands the bubble. Goodbye, Annie. Doesn't even need to land the bubble. My Q alone does, like, unbelievable amounts of damage. I'm legendary. Yes. Yeah, take that, Warwick. I know you're messing with my jungler, but take that. And they're like, but how is Orianna legendary? How is this possible? It is possible. If you know how to move your Q towards the enemies, you know how to use your spells and your dissonance and your ult at the right times and land your ultimate with your Q. If you know how to do that, you know how to protect yourself with your E, you can win. You can win. Mundo's trying to farm Krugs. Thankfully, he's not getting executed by Krugs anymore. Mundo is meta at the moment. It's just our Mundo in particular sucks. Weirdly, I did a Mundo match recently. We lost, but I went 11-8. Again, KD does not translate necessarily directly into wins. They had a 19-kill Veigar in the enemy team with 14 deaths. And I don't know, we had a 20-kill plus Jax, but that didn't win us the game. It was a mess, believe me. It was as much of a mess as this match, if not more so. So yes. Gonna put the orb here, going to try to cause, and they all collapse on me. Warwick all and that. I should not have tried to go in that alone, honestly. Like, I felt like I walked into the jungle, it was walking into a trap. So that was one of my biggest mistakes, and part of why this match lasted as long as I did, because I made a very badly coordinated. That was a huge, huge mistake what I did there. Especially looking back at this, especially looking back at with some of the research I've been doing to try to boost my win rate. Yeah, that was a really bad mistake. But I was legendary this game. I was. See, Orianna's semi-fragile. I do get a Morello's, but I think also I get ingredients for a Warmogs. Because Warmogs is very useful in late game team fights, even for mages. Especially in low rating, which is where I'm at. Especially in this rating. I'm going to be putting my orb on here. Low rating is almost always a Clown Fiesta, and the Tibbers pulls me up. I try to get the orb there. I should have walked way back, stayed far back, because now they're going to focus me, now that they know that I'm a threat. And they have a fair amount of CC. They've got Callista damage, they've got Tibbers, and they have Nature's Grasp from Maokai. So yeah, this match is looking very grim. They are wanting to forfeit still. I have no idea how many forfeit attempts. I remember it was some insane number of forfeit attempts. They started trying to forfeit from 15 minutes onward. And yeah, they're going to try to win. I really got mad at the idea that this 3-9 Annie was going to win the game. So I'm going to go and try and going to stop them. Going to get my orb on them, get a shutdown. Annie's going to get the Tibbers. I hate how the number one thing that stopped me from forfeiting at this point in the game was the tormenting thought that a 3-9 Annie was going to win the game. A 3-9 Annie. I'm like, hell no. Hell no. Not when I have 18 kills. hell no. I am not allowing a 3 and 9 Annie to win this game. I'm like, no way in hell am I allowing this crappy ass Annie with terrible CS to win the game. I'm just not, I won't stand for it. I mean, I know they have some other good members on their team, but I still, if I can at all help it, I am not going to let this Annie win for free. You are not winning this game. Not today. Not today, Annie. Not today. That's definitely the Elder Dragon. If the other one wasn't, that's definitely it. The other one I don't think was the Elder Dragon, but it could have been like Mountain or something else. Infernal. Actually, not Infernal. That's not Infernal. For sure, that's not Infernal. Anyway, so I've completed Warmogs. Definitely the Elder Dragon. In my ELO, the games always go to Elder Dragon. In fact, often they go to multiple Elder Dragons. That's why I was saying Elder Dragon before. Because sometimes in these games you lose track of time and there will be multiple Elder Dragons. There will be multiple Elder Dragons and multiple things. That's one of the other reasons why you want to keep track of structures. Because structures allow you to end the game potentially earlier than an hour in, 40 minutes in or something. There's other ways to win too, like, see, the surrender vote is a double-edged sword. You can also get the enemy team to use the surrender vote to give you wins. But it isn't always that easy to get the enemy team to surrender unless you have the right conditions, unless you have decent teammates or whatever. Usually it involves teammates getting that. Okay, so I get my orb there. You know, it involves other things. So to get double kill, I try to carry the fight there. I use my ultimate to carry the fight as well as my Q. I'm believing Maokai is trying to backdoor. Oh, he is. Put my orb on there. Dissonance. Shut that Maokai down. So yeah, it is a base race, and we do nearly lose this game. I am a bit rusty at Orianna, and they're like, what? Why can't I win? It's like, I don't want this Annie to win. I am going to stop this Annie from winning. If at all possible. Because the Annie does not deserve to win this match. Like, if Annie had less deaths, maybe, but if Annie with this many deaths and this few kills and that bad CS, I just no. Just no. I'm going to do this. Did some Street Fighter recently. I am actually way better at it than I used to be. Yeah, I'm on a rampage. I killed you with my ult. This match is also significant because this was my first S-rank token for Orianna. My voice is hoarse from commentating this, but I don't really care. This match has been going on for a really long time. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still having to hard carry this entire time because teammates are basically shields and tanks. And they're still throwing out surrender votes, amazingly. I think they're still doing it. It goes on and on. Yep. I'm still trying to defend the base and the minions and the inhibitors. The other guys are still trying to win the game. I'm going to be trying to wave clear this. Caitlyn just crit that cannon minion for 1,200 damage. The game is approaching 45 minutes. And my team is still completely doubting the fact that we can win. And I'm going to be going with that, and I get him, but I die to Tibbers. And then Mundo goes to kill Ashton Hexford. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have been there because that's how they got the Tibbers onto me. Because see, I know Annie is going to try to sneak away at the Tibbers, and they're going to try to sneak away to end the game. I also know that they're going to be focusing me. See, I have to be very careful about where I go when you're someone who's as fed as I am, because you are a very high priority target, and they're going to do anything they can to try to get me. I still don't want this Annie to win. It's still very difficult to stop the Annie from winning because she has a very strong team behind her. My team is not anywhere near as strong as theirs. So, yeah. Well, they're getting stronger, though, because Mundo's tanky again. Mundo can actually, I mean, tanky now, really tanky. So I'm going to get some more items. I got a Banshee's Veil to prevent any stray Tibbers. And they still want to give up. Still. I'm trying to tell them, guys, it's possible. Actually possible. I know it doesn't seem possible to you, but I know it to be possible, so please, bear with me. This game is winnable. Nar is attempting to kill the minions and come after Janna. To be honest with you, he's probably going to kill himself. If he doesn't, that will be miraculous. Going to throw his boulder with Mega Gnar. Yes, this Gnar is very bad. These other guys are very bad, but they're still good enough that there's a potential. So I slayed Windfall with my ult, Orb and ult. See how much damage I do at this point in the game with Morellos? I'm going to like destroy the Janna. Basically just delete her. Going to be putting some attack and putting Dissonance. And yes, Mundo managed to slay Baron Nashor. And I managed to slay Warwick. So this is a big turning point now that the jungler's dead. And now Nami kills the Callista. And their Tibbers is now down. So now you can push towards their base. Now I got that. And I managed to get my orb and my ults off on the Annie. Kill the Annie. I'm on a killing spree. I was legendary earlier. So Nora destroys the turret. Now I can start taking the structures now that we won this team fight. Now there's nice long death timers on them. Get that tower. And attack the Maokai with my orb. Try to kite the Maokai. Get my get our Caitlyn to kill the Maokai. Now I can get these towers. And yeah, you can interrupt Janna's ult. Take that turret. And there, the game ends. And Lunar Day is unstoppable. We end the game. And that was my first S-rank token in Orianna. Hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to talk about more about my story and other champions, because there's a lot of champions I've been covering recently. Haven't been posting them, and